The very first one of these four tools, when you've done your time audit, the very first tool is to trash. You say, this sounds like fun. Well, it is, unless you're really, emotionally invested into this task of yours. But let's talk about this. So when I was in a business development role and I did the time audit and I looked where my time was going, there was one task that I had. I was in that business development role. I would go to networking once a week. It was an hour long, once per week, half-hour drive there, half-hour drive back. So 2 hours of total time I invested per week into this business networking activity. So business networking, if you're not familiar with it, you go to a place regularly and you meet with others and then you talk about what you do. Everybody talks and shares about what they do, and then you're hoping to find people in their networks who need what you have or know people who need what you have. You're trying to get conversations with people you don't know yet. You're trying to leverage the relationships around the table. Well, I did that for 2 years. So I invested 2 hours of my time for 2 years. Do you know how many new clients I got out of that activity? 0. Not a single one. And I thought, I'm putting 8 hours a month, every month, for 2 years to this. The company is paying me to grow the business. And if I'm not growing the business with this activity, even getting leads, that's just the thing. The people at those networking events didn't know anyone. I proved that over time. Didn't know anyone who was an ideal prospect, even client for me. I didn't even land a conversation with anybody. That was proof that this was not a good fit or best use of my time. And so I trashed it. I took that off of my time usage and I freed up 8 hours a month just by doing that. Plus, I saved any activities that were connected to that outside of the meeting and drive time. So it could have been even more than 8 hours per month of activity and effort I was putting to that wasn't getting me any results. Are there activities like that after you've done your time audit that you could trash right away? Usually it might be one or two things. Find out if there are and get rid of those things. They are sapping time that should be going to taking the best care of your customers and your team so that you can leverage this opportunity of being so busy that you're using your time as effectively as possible. Trash those things that do not bring a return to you so that you can focus on the tasks that do.